Hi YouTube, Musical Aviator here. We're on the ground in Sydney. It's Milkrun Monday. We're going to be taking an Airbus A330 down to Melbourne. How are you all doing up there? We have some Jetstar planes up here. We have a old Qantas livery and a new Qantas livery over there. All three of the Qantas liveries, I think. Cool. Anyhow, let's jump on board and get ourselves ready to go down to Melbourne. Okay, we have a little bit of a printout here. We have 151.3 zero fuel weight and 26.0 of that thing. Block fuel 18.5. Hello Kip and Smiley. Theory, QF Aviator. Good to see you there. And Resperm's one of those Jetstar 320s up there. Good to see you. Let's log in. 21st of May, 10 days left of that AirX cycle. Starting the initialization. Cool. We are QFA 437. Alternate will be YMAV. Cost index is 22. Flight level 380. Download the winds. And with that done, let's come up here and turn on some of this stuff. Tests. I'll find the 300 today, as per the title. Zero fuel weight, 151.3. $26. Block fuel's already in, 18.5. Cool. Let's look at the flight plan. We'll give it a general wind, which is headwind of 41. Sounds like a good yak to me. Sure. Logitech, yeah, it's not too bad. It's a good middle of the road average yoke, in my opinion. Here's a funny thing. This particular flight, actually the QFA 419 is the one that I was trying to get, but someone else took the call sign already. But if you go on and have a look at Qantas 419 at some point in the past, it was an Airbus A330 up until the 12th of May, and then COVID-19 hit and it no longer became an organised flight. But Airbus A330, which is an Airbus A330-300, Qantas 419 Sydney to Melbourne. Why am I flying a 300? That's why. Because I did. Will be flaps 1 today. Let's check out our data. 128, 129, 136. We'll leave it with that. All good. Already up 4. Cool. Well, with that sorted, we might as well start loading our passengers on. We do have a company message. Let's pop these doors open. The throttle? No idea, I'm sure it works fine. I've never used one before, but I have used the yoke before, they're not bad at all. If they can get the yoke that right, then I'm sure they can get the other bit okay as well. $200 passengers, good stuff. Yeah, restart Cradle. No idea how, but it just randomly started an engine. There we go. Cool, back to standard. Let's see if Cradle has stopped trying to crash. We restarted Cradle, so we probably have... yeah, we do. Jetways are off the jet again. Anyway, while we wait for the Cradle to take care of itself. Cool, that sounds like they're working. Have a company message on the Atsu. All good. I'll go ahead and do the outside. Get back to Jiffy. we start from coming down the stairs. Easy things to view include 2 pitos on this side, angle of attack sensor right there, looking good on the tyres and the wheels. Single pitot, 2 angle attack sensors, here are the static valves, static ports we might call them, lights, ram air exhaust. Looking good on the engine. Let's check under it. Tyres are happy. Up there looks good as well. A big hydraulic pressure pipes going through that section there. Okay, Edison, how you doing? No, don't do paid streaming. There are donation options down below. And I'm assuming I'm getting ad money if you haven't ad blocked it. So that's fine. I'm not a big time streamer. I work for a living in an office. Good light here. Version has some bugs. It's Aerosoft. Of course it has some bugs. That looks fine. Skid plate's looking happy. And a good thing to check there is your elevator trim. Outflow valve right there. Tyres looking okay, so are the brakes. Big red light. Yep, only doing one tonight. It's a weeknight. Gonna get up tomorrow morning. Engine's looking fine. Front of the truck looks great. No leaking out of these pipes. I'm pretty sure that's one of the umbilicals. That there is our static pods. Yep, I use the honeycomb now. Back up where it's nice and quiet. Airbus 126.25.
By receipt of Golf. Sydney Terminal Information Golf. Runway 16 right. Wind 170 degrees 5 knots. Visibility greater than 10 kilometers. Cloud. Few clouds at 4,000 feet. Temperature 16. QNH1026. On first contact with Sydney ground or approach, notify receipt of Golf. Sydney Terminal Information Golf. Runway 16 right. Wind 170 degrees 5 knots. Visibility greater than 10 kilometers. Cloud. Few clouds at 4,000 feet. Temperature 16. QNH1026. On first contact with Sydney ground or approach, notify receipt of Golf. Sydney Terminal.
Flight Bravo 2, runway 16 right, taxi by Bravo 2, then Foxtrot, jet south officer.
Sydney ground, good evening, Takeoff 142, requesting radio check.
Takeoff 142, Sydney ground, good day, radio 5.
Sydney ground, Qantas 437, requesting clearance to Melbourne.
Qantas 437, Sydney ground, good day. Clear destination Melbourne via Wollongong flight planned route, runway 16 right, Dina 7 departure, Wollongong transition. Climb by the SID, maintain 5,000 feet initially, squawk 4462, departure is 124.4. And Qantas 437, that was you reading back. I tried to push the talk press down, but I didn't hear any audio.
So that sort of leads to Melbourne via Wollongong, Dina 7 departure, runway 16 right. Climb 5,000, score code 4462.
Qantas 437, thanks.
And Cathay 3128, request taxi.
Cathay 3128, taxi should head Alpha 1, hold short runway 16 right, and when approaching you can contact City Tower 120.5, good night.
Straight Alpha 1, 16 right, 1205 when ready, thanks Cathay 3128.
Sydney ground, Takeoff 142, would you request in IFR to Melbourne?
16 right, Dina 7, Wollongong.
Takeoff 142, Sydney ground, good day. Clear destination Melbourne via Wollongong flight planned route. Runway 16 right, Dina 7 departure, Wollongong transition. Climb by the SID, maintain 5,000 feet initially, squawk 4466. 7, departure is 124.4.
So, let's have a look at our departure.
Dean 7 departure, runway 16 right. Climb by the SID to 5,000 feet, score 446.
So departing runway 16 right, it's up to Dunes, Dina, Campi, Wollongong.
There goes 142.
Dunes, Dina, Campi, Wollongong.
Good evening, Sydney ground, Jetstar 560 radio check.
Jetstar 560, readability 5.
Thanks for that, Jetstar 560 is with information Golf 1026, looking for
Takeoff data, flaps will be 1, up 4.
Jetstar 560, good day, stand by. Break, Jetstar 515, approaching Bravo 2, contact City Tower 120.
54.
Good night.
Approaching Bravo 2 on the Tower 105, take for good night yourself, Jetstar 515, out.
Jetstar 560, clearance available.
Ready, copy, Jetstar 560.
Jetstar 560, clear destination Melbourne via Wollongong flight plan route. Runway 16 right, Dina 7 departure, Wollongong transition. Climb by the SID, maintain 5,000 feet initially. Squawk 4461, departure is 124.4.
We're cleared to Melbourne via Wollongong flight plan route, Dina 7 departure.
Block is correct, taxi is going to be more like 1.2.
Initially climb 5,000 feet. 4461 and departures on 1244 for Jetstar 560.
I got the real number.
Jetstar 560, thank you.
It's 1.1.
City ground, good evening, this is Qantas 430, request clearance to Melbourne.
Station calling confirm Qantas 430.
FM.
Qantas 430, good evening. Clear destination Melbourne via Wollongong flight plan route. Runway 16 right, Dina 7 departure, Wollongong transition. Climb by the SID, maintain 5,000 feet initially. Squawk 4515, departure is 124.4.
Okay, clear to Melbourne via Wollongong route, runway 16 right, Dina 7 departure.
Sydney wind, was that 180 at 6, 8 knots? 15 degrees Celsius, 1027 is not correct.
Qantas 430, thank you.
Sydney ground, Qantas 441, request pushback, domestic bay 8, and we have hotel.
Oh, it is.
Qantas 441, push is approved, face to the west, information hotel current.
Push approved, facing west, we have hotel. Qantas 441.
Sydney ground, Qantas 856, we do a lot to pushback, we are on domestic 8 and we have hotel.
Two stations calling there at once. I heard Qantas 856. Qantas 856, push is approved, face to the west, information hotel current.
Pushback approved, Qantas 856.
And other aircraft calling again.
Jetstar 525, requesting IFAC clearance to Melbourne with information hotel.
Jetstar 525, thanks. Clear destination Melbourne via Wollongong flight planned route. Runway 16 right, Dina 7 departure, Wollongong transition. Climb via the SID, maintain 5,000 feet initially. Squawk 4520, departure is 124.4.
Cool. We can start to shut some of these doors.
Runway 16 right, Dina 7 departure, Wollongong transition. Climb initially to 5,000, squawk 4520, and departure is 124.4. Jetstar 525.
Jetstar 525.
Can I check in the secondary?
Sydney ground, Jetstar 505, information hotel, ready for push and start.
Jetstar 505, information hotel, correct, push is approved, face to the south. Are you able to accept intersection Gulf for departure?
Jetstar 505, we should be able to accept intersection Gulf. We're just going to have to run the performance numbers again. We'll update you on that once we are ready for taxi, and push and start will face south, Jetstar 505.
Thank you.
Requesting push and start from Bay 54, Jetstar 560.
Jetstar 560. Company traffic, 2 bays to the right is pushing, so hold position and call me at about 2-3 minutes.
Yeah, sorry the first time.
We'll wait for company.
That's for now. By the time we get there, it might be 3-4. But we can land on 27, that's fine. Alrighty, let's start getting this stuff going. APU.
Sydney Ground, FedEx 137 request Airways to Melbourne, please.
While that pops up, we'll get these checklists done.
FedEx 137, contact Sydney, delivery frequency 133.8.
Sorry, delivery.
Alrighty, so cockpit prep's done, gears, pivots and covers are removed, signs are on, ADRS is set to nav, fuel quantity is 18.5. Takeoff data has been set, barrel reference is set, both sides, windows, doors are closed, beacon goes on, throttle and parking brake. Throttle is idle, parking brake is set. Doors closing. APU is running and on the bleed. And we can disconnect ground power. Have a chat to the packs. Ladies and gentlemen, Captain speaking from the flight deck. My name is Trent. Joining me on the flight deck is YouTube. We'll be taking you down to Melbourne today as Qantas Flight 437. We do welcome on board our Airbus A330-300 aircraft. Looking at the flight time down to Melbourne today, it's about 1 hour and 20 minutes. We should be pushing back in just a couple of minutes and making our way out to runway 16 right. Make a couple of right-hand turns and then head on down the coast to Melbourne. We do hope you enjoy the flight with us today. Thank you for flying with us on Qantas Airlines and our domestic partners. In just a couple of minutes, the cabin crew will be coming through the airplane just to ensure that everything is ready for our departure. As part of that process, they will have some safety messages for you, so you pay them your full attention, as some of those messages may be important to you. That said, we do hope to have a very enjoyable flight down to Melbourne today. Pretty smooth flying conditions with minimum of cloud. And down in Melbourne currently, the temperature is about 13 degrees Celsius. Cabin crew, please prepare the aircraft for departure. Alrighty, we can go to the next bit of the checklist. And the beacon should be on. There we go. And it's ground for the push.
Runway 16 right and contact City Tower 120, that's small 5, good night.
Offshore 165 will contact Tower 120, that's small 5, thanks 22, good day, Qantas.
And station calling previously, say again.
Jet Star 505.
Jet Star 505, just confirm you're able to accept intersection golf.
Jet Star 505, thank you.
Jet Star 505, thank you. Taxi intersection golf, runway 16 right, via taxiway Charlie 2 and Charlie.
G'day, it's not too bad.
Via Charlie 2 and Charlie, Jet Star 505.
And Seagulls 142 is ready for Bravo 5.
Seagulls 142, hold position, traffic is taxiing behind, expect about 2 to 3 minute delay. There's another aircraft off to your left who is before you on the queue. Jetstar 560 behind, correction, after company, Airbus 320 is clear from behind you. You can push, correction, after that if push is approved, information is hotel.
After behind the company's taxi the other way, we'll push back information hotel thing.
Hello Captain, we are ready for pushback.
Ground Qantas 437, ready to push, gate 11, need to push on to Charlie.
Qantas 437, push is approved, face to the north, information hotel.
Locking
Press
gear.
north and information hotel, Qantas 437. Because we're flying the Aerosoft Airbus A330, which has the option of a Rolls-Royce engine, or not having an Aerosoft. It's one or the other, really. You get the Rolls-Royce engine, or you get a
Bypass
V5.
pin inserted. Release parking brakes.
Parking brakes are released.
Commencing push.
525, are you
All
able to
engines
accept
clear.
intersection
Start at will.
today?
A-firm, just about 525.
Engine ignition, start. We'll start number 2.
525, push is approved, face to the
Yes,
north.
Vatsim is free to
information
join.
hotel current.
No ongoing
Facing
fees.
to the north and information hotel, just about 525. This is answer 691.
And you can use X-Plane or
Answer
P3D,
691, confirm call for
FSX.
push.
And probably even use other things as well that I don't know about.
Say again for answer 6.
Answer 6901, just confirm calling for push.
A-firm.
Answer 6901, the QNH is 1027, information hotel, push is approved, face to the west.
Push approved, QNH 1227, information hotel.
Got about that. Aerosoft product.
Just
Can't do engine number
505,
1.
hold position.
Has to go number 1 first.
Hold position, Jet Star 5. And City Grand, Qantas 455, stand 12, pushback there.
Qantas 455, hold position, call me back in about 3 to 4 minutes, please.
Or to hold position, we'll call you back in about 3 to 4 minutes. Qantas 455.
Jetstar 505, just confirm you're on taxiway Charlie.
Jetstar 505, I am on Charlie. It may be a different scenery. I'm using a freeway app chat.
Jetstar 505, no worries. Then proceed by Charlie and Golf. So it'll be taxiway you're on and your first right.
Pretty sure we decided to put the tail in the other direction, but anyway.
Taxi via Charlie and Golf. Jetstar 505.
Ground 165.
And the other thing that I'm pretty sure, we didn't want GSX to push us onto the grass.
Qantas
And yet here we are.
65, welcome to Sydney, taxi left Bravo. Hold short of taxiway Charlie 1.
Taxi by Bravo, hold short of
There we go.
Charlie 1, 165.
Engine started and happy. Let's go number 2.
FedEx 137, information is hotel. Push and start is approved, face to the north.
Set parking brakes.
Brakes are set.
Waiting your confirmation for good engine start.
Jetstar 505,
you can
hold short
disconnect.
of runway 16 right at intersection Golf, contact Sydney Tower 120.5, good night.
Hold short at Golf off runway 16 right and contact tower 120.5, Jetstar 505, thank you.
Getting some fuel into that second engine would
Qantas
be great.
530, domicile 1 by 10, information hotel, request pushback.
Station calling, second call sign, please.
Qantas 430.
Unlocking
Qantas
gear.
430, information hotel is correct, hold position. I expect about 3 to 4 minute delay on push. You can call me back in 3 to 4 minutes.
Okay.
Nothing obvious happening up there. There she goes.
Qantas 455, the QNH is 1027. Information hotel, push and start is approved, face to the north.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
I'm Jetstar 560, are you almost ready for taxi there?
Yeah, we're Pushback truck's just driving off now. It's a taxi, Jetstar 560.
Jetstar 560, thank you very much. Are you able to accept intersection Golf for departure?
Yeah, we can accept Golf for departure, Jetstar 560.
Jetstar 560, intersection Golf, runway 16 right, taxi via
Left is
Charlie
clear.
2
Right is
and
clear.
Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie 2 and Charlie.
Meant to wave him
Golf,
off. I was almost tempted to give him a one finger wave off there.
Jetstar 560.
It goes 142 after company traffic correction. After the Jetstar, Airbus 321 behind you is clear. Push and start is approved. The QNH is 1027, information hotel.
2 engines are running very well.
Sydney ground, Jetstar 525, ready for taxi.
Taps 1.
Jetstar 525, runway 16 right, out intersection Foxtrot, taxi via Charlie.
You have to do a U-turn now.
Foxtrot, holding point, runway 16 right, Jetstar 525.
Well, it's 437 ready for taxi. We may need to do a U-turn. Our pushback happened the wrong way.
Qantas 437, Roger, confirm you're facing south.
Yep.
Qantas 437, understood. There's a company traffic that I assume you can see of Boeing 738. Are you able to make somewhat of a U-turn on taxiway Charlie to face north?
Yeah, we'll do it.
Qantas 437, thanks. So make a U-turn on taxiway Charlie, and then you can go ahead up Charlie to holding point Bravo 2 for runway 16 right.
U-turn, then Charlie Bravo 2, holding short, runway 16 right, Qantas 437.
Ground, Qantas 65 is holding short of Charlie 1.
Qantas 65, thank you. Hold short of Charlie 1. It's going to be about a 2 to 3 minute delay going into the parking bay today.
No worries, thank you.
This is Ansett 691 requesting taxi clearance.
Ansett 691, taxi holding point Bravo 1, runway 16 right, on taxiway Charlie, give way to a Qantas Airbus 330.
Taxi via Bravo 1 to runway 16 right, and on Charlie we'll make sure to give way to the A330 Ansett 691.
Qantas 477 received information hotel, gate Alpha 5, request pushback and start.
Qantas 477, hold position, about a 2-3 minute delay for the push. Call me again in about 3 minutes.
Wilco, Qantas 477.
Jetstar 525, contact City Tower 120.5, good night.
120.5, Jetstar 525, good day.
Jetstar 560, contact City Tower 120.5, and if you can, let's see, Jetstar 560, yeah, contact City Tower 120.5, have a great night.
71205, thanks, just 560.
Qantas 430 is ready.
Qantas 430, hold position.
Ground FedEx 137, information hotel.
Yeah, it probably was a ring strike, but then again we did ask for a push to the north and it gave us a push to the south after I distinctively clicked on north. He said north, I read back north, I clicked north and we got south.
Actually, I'll get back to you in just a moment, and
thank you, GSX. That was great. Takeoff config. Check normal.
Bay 35.
Control 25, good day. Taxi via Bravo, hold short runway 25 initially.
Bravo, hold short 25, control 25.
Qantas 437, you can contact Sydney Tower 120.5. There's a new departure frequency. I'm not sure he's finished coming online yet, but just be advised.
Give that 120.5, Qantas 437.
And Ansett 691, you can proceed behind the Qantas.
On 23.0. Sydney Tower, Qantas 437, holding short 16 right, ready.
Qantas 437, good day. Sydney Tower, be advised, new departures frequency 123.0.
123.0, 437.
Good day, this is Ansett 691 checking in.
We do have an auto thrust, but autopilot is not available until about 300 feet. If you try to turn it on, it just doesn't. There we go, click. Autopilot on, no.
Good for takeoff, runway 16 right, just 525.
Good evening, FedEx 137.
FedEx 137, good day, Sydney Tower. Qantas 543, expect late landing clearance.
Brakes on, looks like they're stacking the runway pretty well.
Jetstar 505, contact departures. Contact 123.7, Jetstar 505, thank you.
Basically, you'll know if the autopilot is on because one of these two things, AP1 or AP2, will be on. AP1 is autopilot 1, AP2 is autopilot 2. The usual idea is you select the autopilot that the pilot is flying. So I'm the pilot flying, I'm on the left, so I'll be using AP1. If the first officer was the pilot flying, he'd be using that stick over there.
Qantas 543, winds 160 degrees, 6 knots, runway 16 right, clear to land. Runway 16 right, clear to land, Qantas.
And be using autopilot 2.
Just 525, if you can, scope mode Charlie please, and contact departures 123.0.
Squawk mode Charlie 123.0, just 525.
Qantas 437, line up runway 16 right, expect to be number 2.
Runway 16 right, line up and wait. Qantas 437.
Just 560, line up runway 16 right, you're going to be number 1.
Lining up 16 right, number 1, thanks. Just 560.
Approaching 16 right.
16 right, go ahead.
Qantas 543, contact ground 126.5.
126.5, good, Qantas 543.
On
Thank you.
runway 16 right.
I don't know why they're not using 16 left for arrivals. To be honest, I'm not sure they aren't. They might be. Because we have 2 runways. And in Sydney we don't do the silly thing where one runway is for takeoffs and one's for landing. Whereas runway 16 right is about half the size of 16 left. Opposite way around. 16 left is half the size of the runway 16 right. But maybe they've only got one runway in the real world, so they're matching that. Shader modification? No, currently I'm on defaults. Yeah, the bad frame rate is the thing. Hopefully it improves once we're out of Sydney, but we'll see how it goes. Compared to last night's frame rate.
On runway 16 right. On runway 16 right.
We have a Perth event at the end of the month. 2 weeks time.
Jet 560, contact departures, good night.
On
Contacting
runway
departures, Jet 560.
16 right. On runway 16 right.
This is answer 691, letting you know we are fully ready at Bravo 1.
Answer 691, copy, you're going to be number 2 at the moment, just stand by.
On runway
Copy, answer
16
691.
right. On runway 16 right.
Qantas 437, wind 16 degrees, 6 knots, runway 16 right, clear for takeoff.
16 right, clear for takeoff, Qantas 437.
Right.
Answer 691, behind the departing A330, line up runway 16 right behind.
Back set.
Line up runway 16 right, answer 691, and if I understand we're number 1 now, is that correct?
Negative, you're still going to be number 2, you're number 2 now, but the A330 behind you, ahead of you is departing.
Copy, answer 691.
100 knots. V1, rotate.
Sydney
V2.
Tower, Qantas 455, holding short of Bravo 2, runway 16 right.
Qantas 455, good day, Sydney Tower.
Plaza break, you're up.
And Takeoff 214 is on the visual approach runway 16 right.
Takeoff 214, good day, Sydney Tower. Expect late landing clearance.
Late landing clearance, Takeoff 214.
All parts in.
Qantas 437, contact departures, yeah.
Departures, Qantas 437. See departure, Qantas 437.
Hey, Drew.
437, Sydney departures, good day, report your passing altitude.
Qantas 437 passing 1,800.
Qantas 437, identified, climb by the said flight level 280.
Flight level 280, Qantas 437.
Hi, Trent.
Yeah. Flaps up.
Just that 565, runway inside.
Jetstar 565, turn right, heading
Ups up, green dot speed,
clear
check.
visual approach, runway 16 right.
Clear visual approach, turn right, heading 130, Jetstar 565.
To flight level. Standard set cross track. And a checklist. Get back down there again. Okay, landing gear up, flaps are up, and packs are on. No references set standard.
Jetstar 505 and Jetstar 525 in turn, contact Melbourne Centre 125 decimal 0, good night.
125 decimal 0, Jetstar 505.
125 decimal 0, Jetstar 525, disconnect.
Jetstar 565, contact tower now 120 decimal 5, good night.
120 decimal 5, Jetstar 565.
Rossi, you want them outside?
Stand by the star 8,000 feet.
Stand by the star 8,000 feet, minus 535.
Yeah, be on the other side, yeah, cool. There we are. There's port hacking and Kernel behind us. Green Hills Beach right in here. New suburb.
All Sydney inbound station, Sydney information India now, current wind 200 at 6 to an 81027, Sydney information India. Seagulls 264, descend 4,000 feet.
4,000, Seagulls 260.
Seagulls 845, descend via the star 6,000 feet.
G'day, this is Andy 691.
So Inspector, I didn't know we were essentially the same age.
Jet 691, City departures, g'day, identified, climb by the said flight level 280.
280 and 691.
Seagulls 845, descend via the star 6,000 feet.
That was a gap. Bad click.
Jetstar 560, report your indicated airspace.
At flight level 130, descending to flight level 100.
Jetstar 560 with you, 340 knots.
Jetstar 560, thanks. Freight Qantas 490, Sydney approach, g'day. Information India is now current, runway 16 right, expect the visual approach.
Runway 16 right,
Right there.
expect visual approach, Qantas 490.
Good evening, Figures 845, flight number 100 is outbound.
Figures 845 Sydney approach, g'day, descend at 6, descend bar star 6,000 feet at boogie, turn left heading 335.
Roger, turning 6,000 at boogie, turn left 335, so Figures 845.
Qantas 535, turn left, make it a left turn heading 200.
Left turn heading 200, 535.
Figures 264, turn right heading 070, descend 3,000 feet, report runway 16 right at site.
I have some drink for you, Captain.
Flight 070 down to 3,000, we'll call you on the site, Figures 264.
Thanks.
Qantas 490, descend by the star 6,000 feet at boogie, turn left heading 335.
Descend by the star, flight level 6000, at boogie, turn left 335, Qantas 490.
RC tested, g'day.
Departures, hello, FedEx 137, 4,700.
FedEx 137, Sydney departures, g'day, identified, climb by the SID, flight level 280.
Climb by the SID 280, FedEx 137.
Approach Figures 264 with visual.
Last time they got stuck there forever.
Figures
Good to see that. They never missed
264, roger, turn right heading 130, cleared visual approach 16 right.
Right heading, sorry, we didn't get the copy of the heading there, but cleared up ILS approach 16 right to the 264.
Qantas 535, descend 4,000 feet.
At 4,000 feet, Qantas 535.
Jetstar 560, contact Melbourne Centre 125, decimal canal.
Over to Melbourne Centre 1250, thanks for the service, Jetstar 560.
You're the class of 982. Okay then, I'm a bit younger than you in that case.
Figures 845,
I was born in
descend
1982,
4,000
roughly. Oh, the Jeff, we're still doing the around Australia GA. If you go into the playlist, there is a route, but basically it looks something like this. We're currently just about near up to Perth. So we started in Melbourne, we've gone up to Mount Hotham, and then around this way, up to Nyngan, back down to Sydney, and back up to wherever that is, Tamworth, and then up to Brisbane, around Brisbane a couple of times, and out into the desert, up to Birdsville, up to Cloncurry, back into Mackay, up the coast to Cairns and Mareeba, up to the Torres Strait, back down into Mount Isa down there, over the Tennant Creek, up past Groot Island, and then over Darwin, down to Tyndall, up to this little place here called Kalumburu, Broome, Halls Creek, there's a Wolf Creek crater, into the mining sites in the Pilbara, down to Degressa,
Figures 142, Sydney departures, get out, identified, climb by the SID,
over into Carnarvon,
But it's 280.
And we're about to go to Carrara on Wednesday.
Qantas 535, descent 3000
And by Sunday we'll be in Perth.
More visual, runway 16 right. Qantas 490, descend 4000 feet.
Descent 4000, Qantas 490.
Goes 845, just due to arriving traffic to the north, expect a very extended down. Flight number 1084 Sydney approach, g'day, runway 16 right, expect the visual approach.
Thought Inspector's birthday 11th of February, mine's 17th February. We're only a few days.
Contact Melbourne Centre 125, decimal 0 good night. Qantas 490, reduced speed to 00 knots, all left.
00 knots all left, Qantas 490.
Qantas 535, you can reduce your speed now.
Qantas 437, flight level 280. Why did that not go through?
And feet turn right, heading 07. Sorry, station course, I guess.
Qantas 437, flight level 280.
Qantas 437, g'day,
Flight level 380, Qantas 437.
Descend visa star to flight level 130, Qantas 452.
Descend via the star 10,000, contact approach 124.4 in QNH 1027, UPS left 34.
Just 514, go ahead.
Just 514, cycle 603, right, runway 316 right, when you're ready, flight 252.
Runway 16 right, via River 3 arrival, when ready, 250, jet past 514.
I'd imagine that's Shoalhaven, Kangaroo Valley.
Good day, this is Anchor 691 checking in.
Center Repeat on November Charlie Bravo, flight 12510, requesting descent.
That's Kangaroo Valley there. Kangaroo River, and kind of widens out to this section here. I'd imagine the actual town site itself is down there with the bridge.
Hello, good evening, FedEx 137, flight level 280.
Could you be here?
FedEx 137, today, on flight level 360.
Maintain flight level 360, just the end of your message, please. Maximum climb speed, FedEx 136.
Probably not returning. These aircraft generally didn't return on their Sydney Melbourne, so they go to Sydney Melbourne, then off to some other country. Usually in Asia somewhere.
Again, over South of Bravo.
Three Bravo, runway 16 right, 280 flight level 250, standby 100.
250 on the
Iron for DCD check. Step out flight 10,000, cost approach 124,
Can you descend to 105 by the star, 124.4, Qantas 422, g'day.
November Charlie at 2 Bravo, go ahead, Rebecca.
Now South Bravo at 250, request.
November 2 Charlie Bravo. Takeoff for Livery 3 arrival, runway 3 left. Takeoff, runway 165.
Expecting 1 right on South Bravo.
Melbourne Centre, g'day, Qantas 482 with you, flight level 390, requesting descent.
Qantas 482, standby 1. New Zealand 521, Darkwood.
And Melbourne, New Zealand 521, go ahead.
New Zealand 521, Darkwood, 3 arrival, runway 16 right.
No, I've only got my own plans for Perth.
River 316 right, 250, New Zealand 521. We're out of 3.
Basically, every time that we've had a, well, every time that my GA Australia has reached the capital city of Australia, I've always had the opportunity to throw a Milkrun Monday right there. So I'm aiming to have my GA Australia event in Perth by the time we get there.
10,000.
No, I'm not going to open up Adelaide. I'm going to fly a plane. It's up to other people to open up Adelaide in their planes.
482, go ahead.
482, start consistent River 3 right, 16 right, ready flight 210.
River 3, runway 16 right, and leaving flight level 390 for 250, Qantas 482.
Qantas 482, right, break November Charlie 2, Bravo, Melbourne.
Over South Bravo.
November 2, Charlie 2, Bravo, start connecting to the River 3 arrival. From position, track direct stuff.
So we're unable to copy a second arrival, please.
November Charlie 2, Bravo, start clearance towards the River 3 arrival. Runway 16 right, 60, please track direct through position for remaining stuff.
Can we get
Vanderberg?
Yeah,
probably. That Milkrun, yeah. The good old. Well, they used to fly on those things. The turboprops. Come out of Brisbane and head up the coast, stopping everywhere.
Takeoff 142 with you climbing through flight level 270 for flight level 280.
Takeoff 142, Milkrun, descending at a climb and maintain flight level 340.
Start maintaining flight level 340, Takeoff 142.
At 691, climb and maintain flight level 320.
Climb flight level 320 and 691.
Melbourne Centre, Qantas 455 with you, climbing through flight level 258.
Qantas 455, Milkrun, descending at a climb and maintain flight level 360.
Qantas 55, that's our max altitude today, flight level 350, so could we go instead of, can we go flight level 330 on our correct?
Qantas 455, no, climb and maintain flight level 340 for direction of flight.
340 Qantas 455.
Just 548, Qantas approach 128.
I'm sure there was a time when the Gladstone flights were in like Fokker F-27s.
Melbourne Centre, Qantas 458, flight level 390.
I remember the old codec very well, and the current codec doesn't have the 3 or 4 second delay between transmission and
River
air.
316 right, 250, we're leaving 390 now, 458.
Melbourne Centre, FedEx 137, just be wide 2 minutes.
November Charlie 2 Bravo.
No, to the wrong.
I don't know what William Cox is on about. The name of the airport you have dotted red.
120 wild card on to the wrong.
New Zealand 521, descend top stuff flight level 130.
130, need to start New Zealand 521.
Sorry, just flight 60 and Qantas 470 same product.
240, just up 560.
If you got to learn how to start up Vatsim, pop up over to the Pilot Resource Centre. Go to vatsim.com or vatsim.net, sorry.
Evening, this is
Vatsim.net. Pilot's getting started. There you go.
Sorry, that's
how you do it.
Qantas 430, leaving to flight up 220, climb to 280. Come and maintain 380, Qantas 430.
Qantas 482, descend by the stuff flight level 130.
Right at the start of 130, Qantas 482.
So just 514, reaching 10,000.
Just 514, Qantas approach 124, days 144.
1244, good day.
FedEx 137, contact hold for the 124, days 144.
Say again for just 505.
Just 525 and over from the sorry, at
Roger.
Then good day, just up I-12, flight level 350.
Just up 512, take it out, start climb to the route 3 1.
Did you?
We're at 316 right, 250, when ready, just up I-12.
New Zealand 521, descend stop 10,000. Canadian 1027.
Speed is about 10,000, 1027, New Zealand 521.
And that 691, contact Melbourne, message 124, that will
And then 124, yeah, and 691.
Melbourne Centre, good evening, Q-Link 568 Delta, climbing through flight level 175 for 240.
Q-Link 560 out the other one. G'day. Climb and maintain flight level 250.
Climb maintain flight level 250, Qlink 568 Delta.
Center G'day, Qantas 477, with you climbing through flight level 224 for 2828.
Some issues with Mike. Climb maintain flight level 340.
Climb maintain flight level 340, 477, how do you read?
Qantas 477, barely ready.
Good day, this is Access 691 checking in.
Access 691, connecting 124.0.
We did, but he handed us over to this frequency, 691.
Yep, we'll get back over to him 124.0, good night.
This is 0 and 691.
New Zealand 521, contact approach 1.24.0.
124.4, New Zealand 521, good night. Radio check.
Station code 5x5.
That's Qantas 477, thanks.
Qantas 477. Right, Qantas 458. Send all the stuff up. 130.
I think we might listen to Melbourne ATIS 118 decimal 0.
Qantas 458.
Yep, that'll be Canberra off to our right, not far off.
Charlie 2 Bravo descend.
Speed. Temperature plus 12. UNH1026. On first contact with Melbourne ground or approach, notify receipt of uniform.
Well, the state 8 there for Qantas 482 on 1027.
Melbourne terminal information uniform. Runway 2 passing for arrival. Runway 34 for departure northeast. Runway 2 passing for all other departure. Surface wind 360 degrees, 8 knots. Visibility 0 kilometers or more. 3,000 feet. Road 6,000 feet. Temperature plus 12. UNH1026. On first contact with Melbourne ground or approach, notify receipt of uniform.
Got it. Qantas 458. We 280 knots indicated, Qantas 458. Qantas 458 for sequencing, reduced speed 26011. Roger, reduced 260 knots, Qantas 458.
Melbourne Center, just 505, we received the contacting from 124.0. Do we hand over?
That's 505.
Hey, firm.
That's 505. Contact level 124.0.
124.0, thank you, just 505.
Over to approach 124.4, Qantas 482, g'day.
Arrival details, QNH 1026.
It's our 512 at flight level 350.
Temperature 12. Wind 360 at 8.
Sorry, station standby 1. November 2 Charlie Bravo, reporting to catch this speed.
Just Bravo indicates 145 knots.
November 2 Charlie Bravo, be able to increase that to 180.
Unable to anymore, approach speed 210.
Charlie Bravo. No worries, contact approach 124 dash 4, good night.
Second frequency, please.
124 dash 4, good night.
124, 4, thank you, good day.
Qantas 477, request the 880, flight level 360 through flight level 370 to 250 slot.
Velocity 87 mils, good night.
My bad. Qantas 477 request amended climb flight level 360.
Qantas 477.
87 Qantas 477.
Qantas 477, no worries, climb in flight level 360.
Climb maintain flight level 360, Qantas 477.
And that was the Qantas 455 request, 10 minutes out of flight there.
Lock. Qantas 455, connect 7124 dash 0.
124 decimal 0, Qantas 455.
Qantas 458.
Ben Brady, g'day. Indeed, no abrupt nosedives yet, but we haven't started our top of the descent, so who knows. Still got an approach to survive.
Just star 5, 10 star 130.
By the star flight level 130, just star 512.
Collect approach 124 dash
124 dash 4, Qantas 458, God bless.
Qantas 430, contact Melbourne Centre 124 dash 0, good day.
Sat 437.
Qantas 430. Qantas 430, Melbourne Centre.
Go ahead.
Qantas 430, contact Centre 124 dash 0.
Sorry, 124 decimal 0, Qantas 430, thank you very much, have a good night.
FedEx 137, Melbourne Centre.
FedEx 137.
FedEx 137, 124 dash 0, good night.
Yeah, it should have been outside.
124 decimal 0, FedEx 137, good night.
And Jet 691, Melbourne Centre.
Good evening, Melbourne Centre. Qantas
Melbourne Centre, good evening. Tigos 206 with you on climb flight level 280.
Goes 206. Today's going to climb flight level 350.
Roger up to 350, Tigos 206.
Melbourne Centre, good evening. FedEx 137, flight level 360.
FedEx 137, g'day.
Oh, it's that Qantas 437, flight 380.
137 today, email. Star 567.
Just up 560.
560, stand on the
Mark 74, just up 560.
Star 560. Now 60 further. Just step up.
No worries, just up 560.
Star 525 now.
Star 525, go ahead.
Star 525, same mark number.
Mark decimal 776, just Star 525.
At Qantas 441, we left flight level 340 and descend to flight level 250.
I believe this very Aerosoft A330 works in FSX. Yeah.
Setting a day, Qantas
I'll just double check
477,
that.
maintaining flight level
If I make someone
360.
spend money on something they can't use.
Qantas 4 477, g'day.
Maybe not. Maybe it's only P3D. Indeed, only P3D. Oh well.
Hey, it's gonna join just 516, just over the approach now.
So 515, approach 132.0, g'day.
132.0 just 516, thanks, we're not set.
My high school was awesome as well, but imagine doing it again with all the knowledge that you have now. You'd win.
Sensor g'day, Qantas 6106, climbing flight level 240.
My high school days were pretty easy.
06, g'day,
Going to a private school on a full school scholarship.
Climb flight level 390, Qantas 6106.
Yeah, Centre Golf Romeo 516, also on the climb to flight level 240.
Golf Romeo 516.
A330 516.
Golf Romeo 516, g'day, welcome aboard, climb flight level 350.
Thanks mate, climbing flight level 350, Golf Romeo 516.
On 441, flight level 130.
Down on flight level 130, Qantas 441.
Melbourne Centre Jetstar 505, we are just about ready to begin descent.
Jetstar 505, g'day. Clear 8 Alpha, arrival runway 27, when ready for the flight.
Cleared into Melbourne ILS 27 via Livery 8 Alpha arrival. When ready, descend to flight level 2, correction flight level 150, which is just about now leaving flight level 360, Jetstar 505.
Hi there, Smiley. My flight number is 437.
Qantas 1065 now.
Center, Qantas 1065.
Qantas 1065, 667, 210.
And the left heading 210, Qantas 1065.
No, Senate just 525, we are 101 miles to deliver.
Just 525, thank you. Bring the whole
Just 525.
Center, Qantas 1065, just a reminder, unable to accept the star due to the unable limitation required by be notified by.
Qantas 1065, thank you, heading 210, please.
Heading 210 now, Qantas 1065.
525 turn right heading 260 might be other end.
Right heading 260, just 525.
Just 525 cleared, Libby 8 Alpha, arrival runway 1, runway 27. When ready, descend flight level 250.
Lindsay, Lizzie 8 Alpha, arrival runway 27. When ready, we will descend to flight level 250, which is now just 525.
Good evening, Qantas 212, we're passing flight of 187 on 5 minutes.
Okay, inbound, we're tracking from Lizzie to Mate the Visas, and then joining the RLS runway 27 at Visas. 285 knots, and from 2,500 feet straight down.
G'day, welcome aboard.
Missed approach is 610. Missed approach procedure is straight ahead up to 4,000 feet. Auto brake 1, And the V speeds have been set.
Well, flight level 25, 212, set, flight 230.
Okay, the V speed will be 136 on the bridge. Well, it's 437, requesting descent.
Basic local only, Qantas 96, go I believe.
437.
Qantas 437, you're requesting descent.
Over.
Qantas 437,
Sounds like we're going to go in a hole.
Qantas 437, you got 230 track miles to run. Probably won't happen for another 100 miles. Sorry?
To me. Just Aerosoft being
Center
done.
Qantas 65, approaching top of descent.
Qantas 65, set flight 250, when ready.
Flight level 250, leaving flight level 320, Qantas 65.
Yeah, centre Qantas 1952 is at top of descent, request lower.
Qantas 1952, center now 125, g'day.
Centre on 125.0, good day, thanks for your ATC.
Thank you. Qantas 1065, center.
Center Qantas 1065.
Qantas 1065, just sending call to bring back flight level 250.
Hey, firm flight level 250.
175, thank you. 25, 25, present instructor at Carrot.
Just to confirm that was for us, Qantas 1065 direct carrot.
Jetstar 525, present instructor at Carrot.
Direct tags, Jetstar 5.
Pass into Jetstar 560, we're about 5 nautical miles from top of the city.
Jetstar 538 Alpha Romeo.
That's Aubrey over there. And the Murray River.
Down to 250, losing 8 Alpha Romeo.
On the north side of that lake is New South Wales. On the south side
863, 413.
is Victoria.
125.0, direct off there.
Melbourne 7125, decimal 0, this is the 863.
And plane 413, GPLC up.
Center Qantas 212, remaining flight level 230, confirmed is correct.
Qantas 212, maintain flight level 230.
Maintain 230, thanks, Qantas 212.
Qantas 448, connect approach 132.0.
132.0, Qantas 441, good day.
Qantas 1065, present direct Lisbon, please.
Direct clearsing Qantas 1065.
Jetstar 505.
I think he's putting some people in the holding pattern about Lizzie, so we can probably expect that.
Jetstar 505, center 9000, QNH 1026.
Descend to 9000, please, QNH 1026, Jetstar 505.
Center,
Five,
with you, flight level
maintain
340.
Two in together.
Qantas 1065, indicated airspeed.
1065, 280.
Qantas 1065, 240, please.
Roger, 240, Qantas 1065.
Center, Eagles 152, with you, flight level 340.
Cool.
1065, approaching flight level 250, quick long.
1065, flight level
130, Qantas 1065.
Like 483 Delta. Sorry, 493 Delta. Hello. Hello. You are cleared the. Ooh. Oil. Cleared the Boise 7 Alpha runway 27. That take flight was 187. Boise 7 Alpha runway 27. Port line direction still 93 Delta.
Qantas 212, request for the climb.
Qantas 212, climb flight level 35.
Leaving 230 for 350, Qantas 212.
So center Jetstar
Got
5.
Eldon Lake coming up. This is where Bonnie Doon is. If you know anything about Bonnie Doon, it's right about there.
130 Jetstar 525.
held on a weir. G'day, Owen. The MD-8 is much harder than 7.4. 7.4 almost finds itself.
Jetstar 505, best forward speed on the descent, please.
I've asked for a descent, but he hasn't given it to us.
Delta Center FedEx 137 approaching top of descent.
Station calling second.
FedEx 137 approaching top of descent.
FedEx 137.
Requesting largest star 56.
Star 13.
Come to 130, just star 560.
Sorry, Felix 439 Delta, when ready, 130. 130 for 493 Delta. 8 minutes. 1065. Are you able 220 knots?
Dublin Center, 438 is back.
Okay, we'll further reduce, or we can overtake if you like, Qantas 1065.
This is Anton 6.
1 second. Second.
1065, AFM, we can further reduce, or we can speed up and overtake the Jetstar out to 2 o'clock.
Qantas 65, I can't give you that. 210 or below, please.
Oh, but yes, good evening. This is Frank 420 at flight level 32.
Frank 420, g'day.
So, Qantas 437 requesting descent.
437 cleared. 8 Alpha Bravo 27 already close.
Down to flight level 250, Lizzie Arrival runway 27, Qantas 437.
FedEx 137, Blizzard 8 Alpha runway 27 already close. 280, report leaving.
Lizzie 8 Alpha arrival runway 27 and leaving flight level now for 250.
Seatbelt signs on.
Answer 691 requesting descent clearance.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Captain speaking from the flight deck. We're going to descent into Melbourne at this stage, and we do anticipate it will be in about 20 to 30 minutes. We do thank you for flying with us on Qantas Airlines. We do have people flying with us on our Airbus A330, 300, and have a very pleasant onward journey from Melbourne Airport once we do arrive. We'll get the weather down in Melbourne. Currently we have a little bit of scattered cloud cover and a temperature of 12 degrees Celsius. Seatbelt signs have been turned on in preparation for landing. Ask to return to your seats and follow directions from cabin. Cabin crew, please move the aircraft for the arrival.
Our speed is 280 knots after 691 and gosh, it's busy.
Sure is.
1065, flight up to 130, request lower.
5, 9,000, donate to 1026.
9,000, 1026, Qantas 1065, confirm runway 27.
Sure will be, back to runway 27.
Runway 27,
Flight corporate doing SARBs up to Tampa.
Center Aussie 121, passing flight level 183 up to flight level 240. Aussie 121.
Aussie 121, g'day, climb flight level 370.
Up to flight level 370, Aussie 121.
Okay. 493 Delta, flight level 130.
Sunset 691, we require the descent.
And set 691, stand by. I've got like 4 aircraft in front of you that need us first.
Melbourne Centre, this is November 842 X-ray.
Oh, pretty close to Melbourne, about 20 minutes out.
So was first, go ahead.
Currently at 4,000 feet, tracking 147 degrees, November 842 X-ray.
November 842 X-ray, thanks for being able to use 1 speed as flight.
LSA again, Sunset 691.
And set 691, I need either your mark number, please, or your indicated airspeed. What is your mark speed?
Our indicated airspeed is 270 knots, Sunset 6.
Mark. Just 505, connect approach 132.0, today.
132.0, just 505, thank you.
Public Star will be back in about 1 minute.
Melbourne Centre, please repeat, November 842 X-ray.
This is Sunset 691, our mark speed is 0.79. Sunset 691.
SX 691, thanks. SX 691, reduce speed, mark station 76.
Reduce speed to mark decimal 76, Sunset 6.
For Christine Lodge, it's 560.
Just 560, 10. Just 560, 10 and 9,1026.
Down to 9,1026, just 560.
He does 206 for separation, climb on center flight 360. He does 206 center.
And Melbourne Centre, Qantas, looking for approaching chopper descending about 8 miles.
Qantas 437, descent flight 130. Qantas 437, descent flight level 130.
Flight at 130, Qantas 437.
This is Sunset 691 at mark 0.76.
And that's 691, descent flight 250.
Descent 250 and wandering gate start clearance is available for Melbourne at 691.
And that's 691, please.
Qantas 1065, 9,000.
Qantas 1065, approach now 132.0, thank you.
132.0, bye-bye, Qantas 1065.
Just 750 speed, not about 210 knots, please.
Block.
Sorry, Jetstar 506 speed, not above 210 knots, indicated, please.
So is this just 560 out here, 560?
Very short.
Jetstar 560, yes, slot speed, no greater than 210 knots, please.
No greater than 210 knots, just 560.
Jetstar 525, descend to 9,000.
Descent to 9,000, just 525.
Feeling 493 Delta 9,000, donation 1026.
9,000 kilo 493 Delta.
On the 1255, the time we had approached. We get Qantas 455, Melbourne Centre.
Qantas 455, connect center 125, oh sorry, descent flight level 250.
Descent flight level 250, Qantas.
Very shallow.
Melbourne Centre, this is November 842 X-ray.
There's an 842 X-ray outside my airspace, not a Unicom 122.8, g'day.
Roger that, changing to frequency 122.8, smoking 1200. Thank you for your service, have a good night. November 842 X-ray.
Just 560 descent. Sorry, reduce minimum clean speed, connect Melbourne, approach 132.0, g'day.
Reducing minimum clean speed and we'll contact approach 1320, thanks, just 560.
Feeling 493, approach 132.0, g'day. 132.0, Kelly 493, have a good night.
Global Center, Lima Tango Alpha, passing top of the descent.
Tango Alpha, connect center 125, very good.
1250, Lima Tango Alpha, see ya.
437, stand by, star 9 and down, connect 066. 437, stand by, star 9 and down, connect 1066. Star 560, approach down 132.0, good. Seagulls 142, requesting enter.
Sunset 691 request further descent and start clearance.
And the 691 cleared Lizzie 8 Alpha arrival, runway 27, flight level 130.
Lizzie 8 Alpha arrival, runway 27 and to flight level 130 and 691.
Could we get a flight clearance as well, please?
Are we able to get any lower to Star 560?
On approach to 525 with you at 90,000 feet.
I say it's a mess everywhere. Awesome.
Let's go from here, 516.
FedEx 137 and flight level 130.
Flight level 130, FedEx 137.
And Qantas 455, we're descending through 286. Could we get a start there at 6 Melbourne?
Then calling for only.
Qantas 455.
Seagulls 142 requesting descent clear.
8 Alpha arrival, 27, flight level 130.
Lizzie 8 Alpha arrival on way 27, flight level 130.
He did? 5,000? He should have said 9.
Sorry, they indicated.
I'm sure he said 5. 9 instead of 5. Fact. 5. 9 it is. Default is 9.
Qantas 430, request descent.
Qantas 430, clear Lizzie 8 Alpha arrival, runway 27, flight level 250.
Lizzie 8 Alpha runway 27 for 250, Qantas 430 and we're leaving now.
FedEx 137, do you expect the track on?
Say again, FedEx 137.
FedEx 137, do you expect the track miles? Leave your
Look, I'm about 8,000 above where I should be, so probably, yeah.
Sorry, FedEx 137. Track direct with the and flight public hold, left hand.
Public hold at Lizzie, left-hand orbit, FedEx 137.
Travel Center, Seagulls 142 requesting descent.
Seagulls 142 to the flight level 130.
Descent flight level 130 for Seagulls 142.
Seagulls 146, you're requesting our max left FedEx 137.
RAF Tango 1 at RAF Base Detail, ready to taxi to runway 27 for the overhead training area, not above 15,000. Copy.
Station calling,
RAF Tango 1 at RAF Base Detail at ready to taxi to runway 27 for the overhead training area, not above 15,000.
RAF Tango 1, that'll be OTTA. Stand by for squawk code, no reported IFR traffic. Roger. Qantas 437, approach now 132.0, okay.
132.0, Qantas 437.
I'm on 8.9, 493 there.
Rapid approach, Qantas 437, information uniform, descending 9,000.
Qantas 437, descent to Star 5000, runway 27, expect a pilot approach.
Pilot's approach, runway 27, down to 5,000, Qantas 437.
Star 525, report established.
We will report established just approaching us.
Jetstar 660, reducing minimum speed.
Zephyr Jetstar 560.
Hey, sir.
Reducing minimum speed Jetstar 560.
Melbourne approach, Jetstar 535.
Yeah, it's not performing too bad.
Can we do missed approaches procedures, please?
Jetstar 525, flight published miss.
Jetstar 525, say again.
Jetstar 525, flight published missed approach, contact Melbourne departure from an 8 days on the line.
Flight missed approach, and we'll contact departures. Sorry, 118.9 at Jetstar 525.
Jetstar 560, report established.
We'll report established Jetstar 560.
Yep, this is newest update, was released on Thursday, just gone, so it's only about 4 days old. It's fine, okay, pretty smooth, it's not skipping waypoints like it used to.
Established Jetstar 560.
Cabin crew, seats for landing.
560, 8 to touch, contact tower 120 days on 5.
Over to tower 1205, thanks. This is Jetstar 560.
Qantas 437, descending start 2500.
2500 via start, and Qantas 437. $25 set.
Qantas 437 from visas cleared ILS runway 27 approach, report established.
On visas cleared ILS approach runway 27, then we'll go Qantas 437. Checklist. Okay, approach, briefing confirmed, decam status is checked, seatbelts are on, power is reference set, minimum set, and run CLB. Landing be auto thrusts, auto brake, and ECAM. So auto brake is set low, thrust will be in the landing. We'll leave it on the checklist, I think. Yep, if you get to fly over the city, it's pretty good. It's not too bad from runway 27, but runway 34 is even better. To be honest, Sydney looks better. Perhaps one speed check. That one.
Qantas
Qantas 437 established.
Qantas 437, 7 departure, contact tower 120.5 to 9.
Tower 120.5, Qantas 437.
And 691 Melbourne.
2,500.
Landing gear down. Flaps 2s. And not yet. Melbourne Tower, Qantas 437, established on runway 27.
Qantas 437, Melbourne Tower.
Melbourne Tower, velocity 683 at holding point Juliet, ready for runway 34.
Velocity 683, runway 34, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, velocity 683. 683.
Speed brake arm, flaps 2. There's the marker. 180 knots. That coughing and sneezing is coming from our first officer who seems to caught the COVID.
Just air 120, holding short of
Up 3.
requesting clearance for takeoff.
Egypt Air 120, Melbourne Tower, hold short, runway 34.
Holding short, runway 34.
And full flaps set.
Velocity correction, Jetstar 560, taxi via Echo, hold short, runway 34, and contact ground 121.7.
Taxiing via Echo, hold short 34, contact ground 121. Jetstar 560.
Qantas 437, wind 360 degrees, 8 knots, runway 27, cleared to land.
Runway 27, cleared to land, Qantas 437.
$500. $400. $300. $200. $100. $50. $40. $30. $20. Retard. 10. 5.
Long landing. Long landing.
Diesel.
900 meters remaining.
Was a little long.
Velocity 683, runway 34, cleared for takeoff.
100 meters remaining.
Cleared for takeoff, velocity 683.
Egypt Air 120, runway 34, line up and wait.
Egypt Air 120, line up and wait on runway 34.
Qantas 437, taxi via Echo, hold short, runway 34, and contact ground 121.7. G'day.
Hold short 34, over to ground 121.7. Qantas 437. Labs coming up.
Melbourne Tower, good evening. Bravo Juliet Whiskey, holding point Juliet, runway 34 ready. Proceeding.
Bravo Juliet Whiskey, Tower. Velocity 683, confirm you're rolling, cleared for takeoff, runway 34.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 34, velocity 683 and rolling.
Melbourne ground, Qantas 437 vacated 27.
Qantas 437, g'day Melbourne ground, you can hold short of 34 behind the Jetstar A320.
Hold short 34 behind the 320, Qantas 437. Spoilers disarmed.
Okay, Qantas 437, you can follow the Jetstar A320 across 34 and then you can taxi Echo right at Quebec.
On the A320, Echo and then right at Quebec, Qantas 437.
Jetstar 560, you can taxi across 34 and then right onto Alpha and then left onto Golf or Yankee into the bay.
Okay, so we're taxiing Echo, right Alpha, Golf to the bay, Jetstar 560.
Jetstar 560.
Approaching 16.
Really? It's randomly coming to a stop here, huh?
Melbourne ground, Toronto, Qantas 7554, request push on to Sierra.
Qantas 7554, push approved. You have a company Boeing 7300 off to your east.
Sorry, is that inside the bay?
Indeed, brake check.
I don't. Sorry, could you please repeat their location for Qantas 7554?
Qantas 7554 traffic is a Boeing 73 company. He's to your northeast. He's inside the bay. If you push facing west, you could come into contact with him.
We're looking to push onto Sierra facing south, Qantas 7554.
That's fine, Qantas 7554, push approved.
Push approved, Qantas 7554.
Melbourne ground, Qantas 450 Red Bay, Charlie 10, request push. Qantas 450, push approved. Push approved, Qantas 450. Qantas 450, confirm your location. Qantas 450, Melbourne ground. Go ahead, Qantas 450. Just confirm your location, please. Sorry, it's for Qantas 406, not 450, that's my previous call sign. Yeah, Qantas 406, that's fine, continue push. 406, thanks. Had me scared I had a ghost aircraft somewhere. Haha, it's all good.
Melbourne ground, Qantas 1011, gate Charlie 4, request push and start.
Qantas 1011, push approved, face north, caution company, Boeing 730 to your northwest.
Push approved, face north, copy traffic, Qantas 1011.
Brakes are set.
Melbourne ground, Qantas 1065.
Qantas 1065, what's up?
1065, we're on Echo, we're clear for hold short runway 34.
Now Qantas 1065, hold short 34, I'll get you taxi clean shortly.
We're holding short 34, Qantas 1065.
Jetstar 780, ready taxi from Bravo 2 on.
Jetstar 780, you can taxi Tango, Alpha, holding point Kilo runway 34.
Tango and Alpha to holding point Kilo runway 34, Jetstar 780.
Jetstar 780, that might change. We're a bit clogged up at holding point Juliet right now, but it would be more convenient for you. I'll let you know as you taxi.
We'll be ready, Jetstar 780.
Hopefully that's him about to taxi out.
Qantas 1065, you can expedite your cross on 34 now, and you can taxi Echo holding point, right onto Quebec into the way.
Across runway 34, Echo, Quebec to the bay, Qantas 1065.
And ground, Qantas 406, we're requesting taxi to runway 34. We're happy with a Juliet intersection departure. God bless. Last station calling call sign only, please. 406. Qantas 406, giving way to the Jetstar A320 taxiing right to left. You can taxi Tango left on Alpha holding point Juliet runway 34. Tango left on Alpha runway 34 will give way to the Jetstar. That seems to be, I don't know, is there an aircraft taking off runway 09 or that taxiway? Because holy shit, he's going fast. No, 09's inactive. There's an aircraft landing on 27. Nah, I think he's just taxiing really fast. Maybe. Pedal to the metal. Yeah, standard behaviour.
Okay, drifting over here.
Bravo 23.
And ground Jetstar 516, bay 18 request push, base Foxtrot 18 request push and start.
Jetstar 516 push approved.
Push approved, Jetstar 516.
Jetstar 780 amended taxi route. You can continue taxi Alpha and then you can go right onto holding point Juliet runway 34.
Continue on Alpha and then holding point Juliet runway 34, Jetstar 780.
Good evening, FedEx 137 Echo short of 34.
FedEx 137, hold short 34.
Hold short 34, FedEx 137.
Brakes are set.
Qantas 1011 ready for taxi.
FedEx 137, you can cross 34 at Echo and you can taxi right on Alpha all the way down to Juliet for Bay Foxtrot.
Across 34 on Echo, taxi Alpha down to the Foxtrot entry point for the cargo bay, FedEx 137.
Last station calling for taxi, call sign only please.
Camera crew, disarm doors. Nah, no return today. Work day tomorrow. External power's in. Well, that 737 really should be a Dash 8, but whatever. And that other 737 is a little bit close to its gate. Nick's in a holding pattern. Oh well. Anyhow, we have the bridge attached to the door. And I reckon we're good to go. Hi the Bakey Bits, we're just about to leave. I'm about to get to bed. What you missed is a landing and me taxiing out to gate 21, 23, whatever it is. And yeah, just about to finish the stream. Anyhow, looking forward, we're going to be doing a stream on Wednesday, a bit more of the Round Australia GA. Probably stick to the Piper Arrow for a little bit. I do have the Coronado Cirrus SR22. I'm thinking we'll leave that until at least we get to Alice Springs or something like that. The situation with the 737 and the gate, I'm not sure. It looks a little bit kinky down there. He should definitely be on that line, not in the middle of his gate. I'm not sure what this dude's doing at the Dash 8 gates either, but there you go. We've got some wingtip clearance. No issues there. I like how Melbourne Airport didn't bother attaching the front door. Fair enough, whatever. Why have two jet bridges when you can have one? Anyhow, that's it for me. It's nearly it's just past 8:30 PM here in Australia. I'm getting up at 6 AM tomorrow, working from home again. At some point they're going to let us out, but we don't know when. We don't know when. Anyhow, I hope you've enjoyed the flight and the stream. And I'll catch you guys next time we do Take to the Virtual Skies of Vatsim. Bye for now.